you have to start from the cleanest to the dirtiest. So when we are performing bed bathing, you also have to remember na nasa-start tayo from the cleanest to the dirtiest. Kaya nga ano pinakamarumi sa katawan ng tao? Usually po, it's the genital area. That's the last thing that we're going to clean. You understand? Clear. After cleanest to the dirtiest, you also have to start cephalocaudal. Ibig sabihin ng cephalocaudal, you start from the head going to the toe. Kaya mauuna tayo sa ulo pababa. You understand? So cephalocaudal. After cephalocaudal or head to toe, you will now go from far side to the near side. So when we are performing bed bathing, kung nandito ang position mo, you only stay in this position because nandito lahat ng gamit mo, kung nasaan ang gamit mo. So what you do is when you clean, you start with the far side before you go on the near side. Bakit po? Kasi kapag inuna mo tong side na ito, and then you're going to clean the other side, there is a possibility that you will be touching the patient. So kapag na-touch mo na yung patient mo, you are already considered dirty that has already been cleansed, nako-contaminate siya. So the primary purpose of that is to prevent cross-contamination. You understand? Another principle that you need to do is you have to start, when you are cleaning, you start from the distal to proximal. Ano yung sabihin ng distal ulit? From far side going to the near side. So for ibig sabihin po, for far from the center of the from the connection. So kung maglilinis ka, start with the fingertips going up. Bakit? That promotes circulation. Okay, so it promotes circulation, especially for bedridden patients. You understand? So those are the principles that you need to remember when we are performing bed bathing. You understand, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so because we will start with cephalocaudal, saan ako magsisimula? Ulo. So I will start with bed shampoo. So the first thing that I am going to do for bed shampoo is I am going to remove the pillow. And then I will now position my patient in a lateral position. So dapat slanting yung position ng pasyente mo. So support the head and then place the patient on a lateral position. You have to make sure that the patient's safety is being observed. So you have to make sure that the side rails are also up. If possible, kasi the other bed is not possible, if possible, you can also adjust the height of the bed para hindi ka masyadong nahihirapan. So in this case, dahil posible sa bed ko ito, i-adjust ko yung height para hindi ako nahihirapan yumuyo ko. You understand? Doon kasi hindi. So ikaw na mag-a-adjust. Minsan talaga kailangan ko din mag-a-adjust. O yan, hindi na ko siya nahihirapan. Okay, so the next thing that I am going to do is I am going to now place a rubber sheet on my patient, on the patient's head part. Bakit para sa atong rubber sheet? Para po hindi masyadong support the head, hindi masyadong magbasa yung kanyang limits. Okay? Next, you use a Kelly pad. Ang tawag dito is a Kelly pad, pero dapat inflated ito. Dapat naka-inflate ito. Bakit po? Kasi ito yung ilalagay mo sa head ng pasyente natin. Kapag inflated kasi yan yung parang pag sinampo mo siya, hindi aagos yung tubig sa bed. So yun yung parang barrier, parang ka nasa salon, nakaganon siya. Gets nyo ba? Oo, dapat inflated ito, ha? Hindi ko lang in-inflate kasi hindi ako gagamit ng tubig. Clear? So, you have to inflate that, and then, you will now place towels. Okay? So, first is you have to place a towel, you roll a towel, and then place the towel on the nape of the patient. Okay? And then place another towel on the patient's chest para hindi siya mabasa. Next, kung yung pasyente natin, syempre that meron yung ears. Okay, meron yung ears. You place cotton balls on the patient's ear. Unfortunately, my patient doesn't have an ear. Pero dapat, you place a cotton ball on the ears para hindi siya mapasukan ng tubig. And then, you also have to close the patient. You also have to cover, not close. You also have to cover the patient's eye para at least hindi siya basa, balagyan ng sabon yung mata niya. Next is you're going now to comb the patient's hair. Dahil na kapag mahaba yung walk, you have to comb the patient's hair. Why do you have to comb the patient's hair? That is to remove the tangles. Para po mas madali siyang i-shampoo. Okay, so you have to comb the patient's hair. After you have combed the patient's hair, that's the time that you have to have your water, and then that's the time that you're going to rinse the hair. So you get your water, rinse the patient's hair, okay, with the water. After rinsing the patient's hair, then that's the time that you're going to use the preferred shampoo of the patient. So you use the preferred shampoo of the patient, lather the shampoo, and then you also have to massage the scalp of the patient. Why do you have to massage the scalp of the patient? That is to promote circulation in the head, lalo na sa back area. Bakit po? Kasi nga, that is a site for pressure, para hindi magkaroon ng decubitus ulcer or pressure source on the occipital part of the head. You understand? So, massage the hair, lather the shampoo, the shampoo well on the patient's hair. After that, you will now once again comb the excess na shampoo. On the dapat po meron pong patsa sa timba dito na sumasalo ng tubig. Okay? So, remove all the excess shampoo. After that, you're going to rinse the hair. So, rinse mo na yung hair niya using, of course, clean water. Okay, the water should also be what? Should be tepid. It should not be too cold and it should not be hot. Okay, dapat at least tepid lang o kaya warm water para hindi siya mag-shield. Nagigets nyo ba? Okay, after that you have already lathered after that you have already rinsed, you will now dry the patient's hair. So dry the patient's hair, and then after drying the patient's hair, you can now remove the bikini pad. Okay, and then just let the hair dry. Yeah. So after the hair, the next thing that you're going to remove the towel on the chest. After the hair, the next thing that you're going to do will be the whole head. Okay, so next is you're going now from the lateral position, from a standing position, you're now going to place the patient on the edge of the bed. Kailangan edge of the bed, huwag sa center. Bakit po? Kasi mahihirapan ka i-reach yung kabilang side. Next is you're going now to position the patient in a semi-Fowler's position. So put the patient in semi-Fowler's. Still, you have to make sure that all the side rails are up. Next, you're going now to place a towel underneath the patient's head. Kung dry na yung hair ng pasyente, pwede mo nang gamitin ito. Kung dry na, no? Usually kung lalaki yung pasyente mo, mabilis mag-dry yun. Okay? Pero kung babae yan, malamang matagal. So, pero kung let's assume na dry na siya. Okay? So, I will use, tandaan, kapag naglilinis tayo, there should always be a towel. Do not forget. There should always be a towel underneath ng nililinis natin. Clear? So, kung naglilinis ka ng ulo, laging may towel. Bakit po? Kasi, what is the sequence in cleaning? We use wash, soap, rinse, pat, dry. Di ba kung naman talaga maliligo? Wash, sasabon mo, i-rinse mo, tapos patutuyuin mo. So you need to perform pat drying. The pat drying will require a towel. Kaya dapat lahat ng linis mo, there should be a towel underneath it. You understand? And then just place another towel on the patient's chest para hindi masyado mabasa yung part na hindi natin nililinis. You understand? Now, we will start with the ears. We will start with the ears. Using a small basin, okay, you get your towels with soap, with water. Now, kunwari may water, ito you start with the anong side? Far ear. So we will start with the far ear. Kunwari may ears yung pasyente ko. Let's start with the far ear. Get your cotton balls. Start with the far ear. Start with the outer pinna. Outer pinna muna tayo. So start with the outer pinna. After the outer pinna, discard, tapon mo. Okay? So you get another basin para itapon mo siya. After that, you start with the inner pinna. And then discard. So you do not use a Q-tip to clean the ears because the ears are self-cleaning. You only remove the outer dirt. So start with the outer pinna. Pag snapping, this is the pinna. Start with the outer pinna, just sa likod muna. After nun, discard, start with the inner pinna. After the far ear, you go with the near ear. And then you will now perform pat dry. Dry the ears. After the ears, you will now go with the eyes. So the eyes natin, of course, this will now depend kung gaano yung sequence natin, yung stroke natin will now depend kung gaano karumi yung pasyente natin. So kunyari, masyado siyang maraming mga secretions sa eyes, di ba? So, medyo mas maraming kuskus ka hanggang matanggal mo lahat ng mga buta niya. To understand. So start with the far eye again. So start with the far eye. Start with the inner canthus. We call this the inner canthus. That's the outer canthus. Start with the inner canthus. Go into the outer canthus. Discard. Tapon mo. Again, inner canthus to the outer canthus. Discard. After that, you go with the near eyes. Inner canthus to the outer canthus. Discard. Inner canthus to the outer canthus. Discard. You understand? After the ears, you can now go with the eyes. Eyes, nose. You can now go with the nose. So from the nose, now you start with the outer nair, the far nair. So use a cotton band, soak with water, and then you can now clean the outer nair, the far nair. And then after that, it will be the near nair. You understand? So that will be the sequence for your nose. And then again, you pat dry the eyes, pat dry the nose. You understand? After the eyes, ear, nose, you will now go with the mouth. Okay? So we will be performing oral care. Now, your oral care will depend on the ability of the patient to perform oral care. If the patient, for example, is comatose, kung comatose yung pasyente natin, we will not be performing brushing of the teeth kasi hindi na kakayanin mag-gargle. You understand? Ma-aspirate siya. So what we usually do is we use a padded tongue depressor with mouthwash. So the first thing that you're going to do is to prepare for that. So you get a tongue depressor. This is a tongue depressor. And then you get a gauze. So, and then you're going to make a padded tongue depressor. So you roll a gauze on the tongue depressor, and then create a padded tongue depressor. Then you will now soak it with a alcohol-free mouthwash. Gusto natin alcohol-free. Okay, bakit po alcohol-free? Kasi yung mga alcohol-based mouthwash pa nakaka-dry ng mouth. And because the patient, especially for comatose patient, hindi sila nakakapag-ganon, so nakakaroon na sila ng chynosis lalo. So use and soak this with a mouthwash, and then you will now place the patient's face or head on the side. Bakit po? Para ma-drain mo yung secretion if ever there will be secretion. And then place this is called your kidney basin. So itong kidney basin mo, i-place mo sa patient mo. Ayan. Para po kung meron ng secretion yung pasyente mo, dito siya na-drain. You understand? And then you try to open the patient's mouth, and then you will now just clean the mouth of the patient using the padded tongue depressor with mouthwash. Clean the teeth, just wipe the teeth, and then clean the tongue, and then clean the gums. Clear po. And then you can use another one that is only with water. You understand? So pwedeng yung una mo will be with mouthwash, the second one will be with water. Now what if po the patient, example, hindi siya comatose, the patient can tolerate brushing of the teeth. Ma'am, pwede pag wala ka sa syringe, wala akong asap sa syringe. Yung wait lang. O hindi ko iniwan yung pasyente ko. Asap sa syringe here.
Ano ba ano yan?
Six. Kailangan mo.
Did you count? Wala akong asap sa syringe. Wait lang. I'm looking for my asap sa syringe. Kung nagnenok yata sa asap sa syringe namin. The acceptance syringe is anyways. Okay. So if the patient is able to perform or can tolerate brushing of the teeth conscious siya, so you put the patient in high Fowler's position. You're going to elevate the patient in high Fowler's position, and then you're still going to place a kidney basin, and then you could rinse the patient. You could, if the patient can use water, di ba? Pwede mo siyang kapag-gargle mo na ng water. O kaya kung hindi naman po, pwede kang gumamit ng acceptance syringe. Yung acceptance syringe, parang siyang malaking syringe na meron siyang pinag-press sa side. So you could press it on the side of to drain water or kaya flush water on the patient's mouth. After you flush the patient's mouth with water, you can use a brush to clean the patient's teeth. You understand? And then with toothpaste, of course, and then you can use the acceptance syringe again to flush the fluids on the or the residue of the toothpaste on the patient. So kailangan lang meron kang kidney basin to drain the all the secretions of the patients. Therefore, and then of course, after that, you will now pat dry the patient's mouth. After pat drying the patient's mouth, you are already done with the ears, eyes, nose, and mouth. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going now to clean the face of the patient. So again, as much as possible, ang kailangan po natin ngayon dito ay 3 basin. Okay, bakit 3 basin ang kailangan natin? The 3 basins will serve for the water, for the soap, and for the rinsing. So water, with soap, soapy water, and then we have with your clean water. Kasi nga, ano nga ulit ang sequence ng cleaning? Wash, soap, rinse, pat, dry. You understand? So what is again the sequence of cleaning? Wash, soap, rinse, pat, dry. So therefore, you need to have 3 basins. Okay? Now, the changing of water depends on the patient. Kung masyado ng marumi yung tubig mo, then you have to change. You understand? Hindi pwedeng yung ginamit mong tubig hanggang mamaya sa perineal area yung tubig mo. You understand? So you have to at least change that frequently depending on how dirty the patient is. Naintindihan ba?
Yes, sir.
Next, so let's assume that I have 3 basins here. Water, clean water for wash, soapy water for the soap, and then another clean water for rinsing. You understand? So you use now a washcloth, wash the face, wash the washcloth with clean water. You make a mitten. So yung pag make natin ng mitten, you just have to fold the washcloth on your hand and then fold it. Kailangan po may mitten ka. Bakit kailangan mo ng mitten? So this will help you in saving time and effort in cleaning. Bakit? You can use the 4 sides of the mitten. So for example, you start with the forehead first. Start with the forehead. Wow. Okay, forehead. Kung di pa malinis, kung mo nagagamit ako sa marumi na to, kasi you will scatter the dirt, you can use the back of the mitten. Kung hindi pa rin malinis, nakakaroon pa rin dumi, you can use the side of the mitten. Kung hindi pa rin malinis, you can use the other side of the mitten. Kaya nga, you want to make a mitten. So you could use the 4 sides of the mitten. So wash, soap, rinse, pat, dry. After that, you can now clean the soap. Nag-change to ha. So kapag wash, use sa water. Kapag use sa soap, use sa soapy water. Kapag rinse, use sa clean water. You understand? Pero of course, for a demonstration purpose, hindi natin gagawin. Kasi bukas ang gagawin niyo with the dummy and with your classmate. Okay? So, wash, soap, rinse, pat, dry. After that, you start with the far side of the forehead, and then you start with the face na. Far side of the face. Start with the here, the nose bridge. Nose bridge, inner canthus of the eye, outer canthus, going to again to the nose bridge in S motion. And then on the cheeks, and then at the chin, going at the back of the ears. So you still use the wash, soap, rinse, pat, dry, and then do the same procedure on the other side. Wash, soap, rinse, pat, dry. So you pat, dry. So you are already done with the face. Tapos ka na sa buong ulo. Saan ka na ngayon? You will now go on the body. So when we go on the body, okay, pag nasa katawan na tayo, so you will put the patient first in flat position again. Remove the towel of the patient. Okay, sa head niya kasi tapos na tayo doon. Now, you will also remove the other towel sa chest ng pasyente natin. So remove the towel. So medyo dapat pag nagtatanggal tayo, inaayos din natin ng very, very light para hindi masyadong pangit yung ating station. So dapat medyo clean tayo ng very, very light. Next is what you're going to do is you're going to get another linen. Okay? You get another linen. You will now change the linen first. Kasi dahil magpapaliko ka na ng katawan, okay, can I have the yellow one? Para nadi-distinguish na. Ang tawag natin dito is a bath blanket. Okay? We use a bath blanket. Bakit po? So, pero you can use any other top sheet. Pwede mo na maggamitin na. Pero ako kasi gusto ko, nag-iiba. Para alam ko na bago yung, sa demo nyo na madam, dalawang, kailangan iba yung color ng bath blanket. Para nakita kong pinalitan ninyo. So you will now place a bath blanket. Okay? You place a bath blanket on the patient. Bakit po? Kasi you have to remove. You will now remove the top sheet. Ba't kailangan mo tanggalin yung top sheet? Kasi nga, because you're going to start cleaning the body, this is considered dirty already. So kapag di mo tinanggal ito, what happens is you are only what? You are only contaminating the area. So you have to remove the top sheet and change it with a bath blanket. After that, dahil sa katawan ka na maglilinis, you're now going to remove the gown. So if the patient is able to be turned on the side, turn the patient first on his side. Turn the patient on the side, and then you can now remove the gown of the patient. as much as possible, you do not expose anything on the patient. Medyo iniiwasan natin na i-expose yung kanyang katawan. That is also to promote privacy of the patient. And then, remove the gown because pasastart na tayo maglinis ng katawan ng pasyente natin. So, where are we going to start? We can start now on the far arm. So, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to place a towel again. Okay? Expose only what is needed to be clean. Do not expose everything. Kung ano lang ang lilinisin mo, yun lang ang i-expose mo. So, you place a towel underneath the patient's hand. Okay? And then, you get a basin with water. Soak the hands of the patient. So, you will now wash the patient's hand. If there is a brush, if there is a brush, you can also brush the hands of the patient, also the fingers of the patient to thoroughly clean them. So you have to wash, soak, rinse, and pat dry. After cleaning the hand, you will now elevate the hands of the patient. You will now clean from the wrist, going to the antecubital fossa. From the antecubital fossa, going to the axillary area. So you get your mitten. You get your mitten. So let's assume that this is already has soap and so you have to clean one side first, wash, soap, rinse, pat dry. The other side of the hand, wash, soap, rinse, pat dry. This is from distal to proximal. That is to promote circulation and venous return. Wash, soap, rinse, pat dry. Wash, soap, rinse, pat dry. Wash, soap, rinse, pat dry. So you do the four corners of the hand. You understand? And then after that, you will now do from the antecubital fossa to the axillary, wash, soap, rinse, pat dry, all the four corners of the hands until up to the axillary area. Clear po? So after that, you will now pat it dry and then close it again cover it again with your mat blanket. Next, we are ready now to do the near arm. So again, with your towel, okay, expose and then will be cleansed, and then you will do the same procedure. So soak the hands of the patient with basin of water, and then brush it thoroughly with soap, wash, rinse, and pat dry. Clear? After that, you're going to get the mittens again and do the same procedure. Elevate, wash, soap, rinse, pat dry, wrist to the antecubital fossa, wash, soap, rinse, pat dry up to the axillary area, and then pat dry. Clear? Next, after the hands and the whole arm, we will now proceed on the chest. So let's start with the anterior chest first. So first is you're going to place again your towel on the chest of the patient, and then you're going now to play or bring down the back blanket up to the waist area. So ibababa mo. Kaya ipapatong mo muna yung tuwalya para hindi siya na-expose. You understand? You do not want to expose the patient. Okay? And then ibababa mo siya at least up to the waist level. Clear? Next is you're going now to clean the chest of the patient. So using again with your mitten, i-expose ko lang para makita nyo. Pero dapat ang ginagawa mo sa ilalim ka ng towel para hindi siya nakikita. Understand, hindi siya na-expose. Pero para makita ninyo, I will expose the patient. Okay? So let's assume na nasa ilalim ako. So you will start first with the shoulder. Shoulder muna tayo, pababa. Bakit pababa? Diba sir, dapat sabi ko, distal to proximal, dapat pataas, papunta sa puso. Ito naman, ang pinapalo mo, cleanest to dirtiest. Kasi pag pataas, marumi ito. Ikakalat mo lahat ng ihina o yung tain na paakyat. Kaya nga sa palo mo doon, cleanest to dirtiest. Sa kamay at saka sa paa, paakyat para to promote cleanliness. Kaya nga ano munang ginawa ko, pinaka-brush ko yung daliri niya at saka yung kamay niya para maging malinis na kapag inakyat ko. Na-gets mo ba? Na-i-imagine yung mga principles. Pero dito po, we will start with the shoulder going from the side. So side muna tayo, pababa. So wash, soap, rinse, pat dry. Wash, soap, rinse, pat dry. Kapag may books yung pasyente mo, syempre you have to follow the contour of the boobs. Kung may matanda na yan, and you have to elevate the boobs, you also have to elevate the boobs, focusing on the folds, di ba? On the mammary folds. Bakit po? Kasi syempre, dun yung mga nagpapawis, dun yung medyo mas maraming microorganism. So you have to focus on those mammary folds. Okay, so wash, soap, rinse, pat dry up to you until you reach the other side. And then, after that, you're going to dry. And then, pag na-dry mo na, you're going to fold the towel again, and then lift the bath blanket to remove the towel. May na-expose? Wala. Pag may na-expose kayo bukas, may nakita kong suso na hindi dapat lumabas, manda kayo minus ang ganon. Clear? Next, after the chest, you will go with the back. Okay? So, ano una natin ulit? Shampoo, ears, eyes, nose, mouth, face, forearm, near arm, chest. After ng chest, back. So you will now turn the patient on the side. Okay? Turn your patient on his side. After that, you're going to expose the side of the back of the patient. Huwag mo expose yung pit niya. Kung naka-diaper pa siya, huwag mo tatanggalin yung diaper niya. Okay? And then you're going to place a towel again at the patient's back. And then you're going to do the same procedure. So start with the far side. Okay, so wash, soap, rinse, pat dry. So wash, soap, rinse, pat dry, wash, soap, rinse, pat dry. Pwede ka nang mag-massage. O after pat drying this, pwede mo na siyang i-massage. You understand? Pero ako kasi, that is your option. You can do the massage after that you have cleansed the back. Or in my case, I always do it after I completed my whole bed packing. Pagkatapos ko chinesh yung linen ng pasyente ko, isusupine position ko yung pasyente ko, mamasage ko siya ng likod. Pero kayo, in your practice, that's your option. If you want na pagka-release mo yung likod, pwede ka lang mag-massage. Okay, pero kasi ako gusto ko, ako lang, no, in my own, kasi kanya-kanyang technique yan. Ako, gusto ko lang na, pag nalinis ko na, doon ko siya i-relax. Doon ko siya bibigyan ng massage. Pero usually po, in books, in the back, you already perform back massage. Bakit kailangan natin mag-perform ng back massage? Focusing on the buttocks area. Kasi, and the bony prominences, that is to promote circulation. Hindi lalo sa mga bedridden, hindi sila nagpo-cause ng bed sores. You understand? Clear po? Oo. So after that you have already cleansed the back, wag mo muna siyang ipa-flat. The next thing that you're going to do is you're now going to dress the patient. Kasi nga, nalinis mo na yung itaas niya. Okay? Oh, by the way, kung naka-diaper yung pasyente mo, pwede mo lang tanggalin dito ang diaper niya. So you go with the back. After that, you go with the buttocks area. You understand? Clear? So back and then buttocks area. If you want to massage, you can go with massage. After that, kung siya muna ipa-flat, you can now place the patient's gown. Okay? So you could dress the patients already. Do not expose your patient. And then you can now fold this first and then remove the back flap. Okay. So next is after the chest, you can now move on to the legs. Legs na tayo. So after the chest, the back, we will now move on the legs. So again, expose only the side that you're going to in. Place a towel underneath the legs. Okay, underneath the legs. And then you're going again to flex the foot. Soak the foot of the patient, clean the foot of the patient, thoroughly wash, soap, rinse, and then you can also brush to remove all the dirt. Okay, so wash, soap, rinse, and then pat dry. After that, if the patient can tolerate that the flex, that the knees are flexed or the legs are flexed, flex the patient's leg. Okay, and then so just support from the tarsal going to the patella. So wash, soap, rinse, pat dry, covering all the sides of the legs and the lower legs, and then you can do the upper leg. Wash, soap, rinse, pat dry, and then you can do the inguinal area. So dito medyo mas maraming times ka magpapanaw ng washcloths mo. You understand? After the far leg, you will now do the near leg. So cover it again. You do the same procedure on the near leg. Clear? Wash, soap, rinse, pat dry. After the whole leg, you are now ready to do the perineal care. Okay? So pag sinabi natin perineal care, that is on the genital area. So what's the primary purpose of the perineal care? We do this to maintain good hygiene on the perineum. That is also to prevent infection. Now, kapag ang pasyente natin ay babae, ang position niya should be dorsal recumbent. Ano yung dorsal recumbent? The legs are flexed, foot are externally rotated. That's the dorsal recumbent. Kapag lalaki yan, you have to do it on a supine position. So the position for male is supine, pag babae, dorsal recumbent. Now, because this is a female patient, I will position the patient in dorsal recumbent, but because there will be secretions now, I will have to don my gloves. Okay? So magdodon tayo ng gloves ngayon. Clear? Next. The next thing that I will do, I will now place a rubber sheet on the buttocks area. Next is if lalaki yan, pahiin mo muna siya. You offer a urinal. Pang lalaki ito. Pamilyo ba? Oo, sa babae. Urinal pag lalaki. Pag babae naman, you ask the patient kung gusto niya bumihi, you offer a bed pad. Ito yung hinahawakan mo, ito yung nasa buttocks area niya. So pag nag-offer ka ng ganito, you support the back of the patient and then lift. And then sige po, ihina po kayo.
Hindi yung tatapon.
Hindi, kaya nga meron naman siya kanito. Siyempre, uncomfortable to. Uncomfortable naman talaga yung mga ganito. Pero siyempre, ano gusto mong gawin mo? Patayin mo dyan, nagkalat pa siya. O, sige, ihina po kayo. So, you have to ask the patient first to urinate. Okay? And then, you discard. Pero kailangan, kung ayaw naman niyang umihi, okay lang nandito yan. You understand? Next, is your going, do not touch the patient's genital with your hands. So, para hindi ka makasuhan. Ever. Now, what we do is we get where's my step? Okay. So, we get a cotton ball with forceps. Okay, pino-forceps natin siya. So, you will now, kapag ang pasyente natin, it's for example, walang catheter, hindi siya nakasonda. Okay, wala siyang urinary catheter. We only use water and kung babae yan, we can also use feminine wash. You understand? So start with water first. So kung meron naman siyang ganyan, pwede mo na siyang i-flush ng tubig using your aseptic syringe. Flash water with aseptic syringe o kaya kung meron ka maliit na kaso or maliit na pwede mo siyang i-wash. Kaya lang kapag ganyan, kailangan nakataas din ito para mag-drain siya. So you could do that and then you could wash. You understand? Para mas malinis. Okay? Kung walang catheter yung pasyente natin. So, if this is your water, you can do, and this is your cotton ball, you can wash it from 7 stroke. So, from labia minora, 7 stroke, discard, tapon mo yung bulak, get another bulak, stroke, and then 7 stroke po tayo, labia majora, 7-stroke discard. Labia majora on the other side, 7-stroke discard. Labia minora on the inner side, stroke, and then discard, 7-stroke, and then discard, and then the urethral orifice, the vaginal orifice, discard, and then yung anus niya, discard. So bawat stroke mo, tinatapon mo yung bulak mo. You understand? Then, that's after the water, you go with the feminine wash. After the feminine wash, you go with the rinse again with water. Now, magkakaiba tayo kapag ang pasyente natin ay naka-catheter. If the patient is in a catheter, okay, usually po, ano yung catheter? Kapag ang pasyente natin ay naka-urinary catheter, in short, nakasonda yung pasyente mo, okay, kasi umihingi na siya sa use of a catheter, doon tayo nagkakaroon ng pagbabago. Okay? Bakit po? Kasi you also have, may naka-insert na ganyan. May naka-insert na catheter sa pasyente mo, so dyan dumadaan yung pipi niya. Pag ang pasyente natin ay may urinary catheter, mas prone po ang pasyente natin na magkaroon ng infection. Kasi nga, may nakapasok papunta doon sa pekpek niya, doon sa bladder niya. So we also have to disinfect this. So how do we do that? Again, we now use here, ang ginagamit natin dito will be betadine na. So gagamit tayo ng cotton balls with betadine. So the first thing that you're going to do is to retract. Retract the vagina, okay? And then start with the center, palayo doon sa tube. So may betadine ito, okay? May betadine. So from the center, kung saan siya naka-insert, palayo, discard, tapon. On the other side, tapon. At the other side, tapon. To the lower part, tapon. With betadine. After that, you will start with the inner part, labia majora, minora, 7-stroke, discard. Labia minora, 7-stroke, discard. Labia majora, 7-stroke, discard. Labia majora, 7-stroke, discard. And then anus, discard. And then, after the betadine, you can now remove the excess betadine using water with cotton balls. Do the same procedure. Clear po? So you just have to do the 7-stroke for the vagina. Clear po? Now, paano pag lalaki siya? Okay. So kung lalaki yan, again, you offer A in a supine position. And then po, paano ang tamang hawak? Ang tamang hawak po, you have to hold it scissor hold. Bakit scissor hold? Huwag mo siyang hahawakan ng ganito. Kasi the more na nagkakaroon ka ng maraming heat dun sa genital ng pasyente, baka tumigas. Kaya nga, you would like to decrease the body heat. Kaya you will hold it scissor hold. You understand? Next is, you're going to do the same procedure. Kung wala tong catheter, you start with this is the glans penis, this is the shaft, and this is the scrotum. So scissor hold, start with the urethral orifice. 1 stroke pababa, dun sa glans penis, discard. 1 stroke pababa, discard. 1 stroke pababa, discard. Kung ito ay uncircumcised, you have to retract the prepuce. Kasi for example, sa abroad, maraming hindi circumcised. You understand, especially for Western countries, na hindi naman kasi customized ang nila ang circumcision. So you have to retract kasi you would like to remove all the dirt on the below the glans penis. So again, kung hindi na circumcised, you have to retract. So this is still a scissor hold. And then from the tip, discard hanggang maikot mo yung glans penis. After nun, you clean the surrounding of the glans penis. And then after that, scissor hold again, clean the shaft. Discard hanggang maikot mo, hanggang pupunta ka na ng scrotum. And then you go with the anus. You understand? So kung may catheter yan, same thing then. Kung may catheter yan, so you start again with betadine dun sa catheter na kamuna papalayo. Clear po? And then just do the same procedure. After that, you could already place the diaper of the patient, and then dress the patient accordingly kung anong kailangan niya. Kung kailangan niya mag-pajama, place the pajama of the patient. After that, you have already place the pajama or dress the patient properly. The next that you're going to do is to perform your occupied bed making. Okay? Clear po. After performing occupied bed making, then that's the time that you're going to perform the, para sa akin, you perform the back massage. Okay, Hika. Okay, so let's assume that I am already done. So na-perform ko na yung occupied bed making ko. So ang gagawin ko na ngayon is I am now going to put the my patient. Uy, magtatakpa yung mga classmates na!
Ang gaganda ng pet nyo.
Oo, now I am now going to perform back massage. So idadapa ko muna yung pasyente ko. Alam niyo ng dapa yun, di ba? O dapa yun. Okay. So pwede ka dito na gumamit ng oil, pwede kang gumamit ng alcohol, pwede kang gumamit ng powder. So, ma'am, okay lang hawakan kita. Okay. So start with the buttocks area. Ma'am, okay lang ha? Start with the buttocks area. Kasi bakit po? Kasi dito yung maraming pressure. So gusto mong marinig dito na at ma-promote ang circulation. So start with the buttocks area. You're going to just roll. Okay, and then press. Especially on this part. Dito okay lang, wag na. Pero kung gusto mo din, okay lang. Pero kasi ito yung pinaka maraming pressure source. Press, 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 and then roll. Okay? After that, we can now go with the back. So we'll do the effleurage. So there are sequence of your back massage. Effleurage. Pag sabing effleurage, everybody say effleurage.
Effleurage.
Your effleurage are your long firm stroke. So from the buttocks area, long firm stroke, that is your effleurage. After your effleurage, siguro po kahit mga 8 sequence lang, okay ka na nun. After the effleurage, you go with your pet dressage, that is your pinching motion. Pet dressage, everybody say pet dressage. So you will now pinch. Siyempre, mas maganda ito kung meron kang oil o kaya meron siyang powder para madulas. Okay? We have your pet massage. And then, we have your friction. Especially kapag ang pasyente mo ay maraming sipon, maganda ng friction. And then, you go your tapote. Pag tapote, let's start sa taas o baba. Half hands. Ano? After that, we have you will end it with your 8-figured effleurage. And then, that's the time that's already done. Make your patient comfortable again. After that, you have already performed your back massage. After that, you have already performed your back massage. The next thing that you're going to do is, you're going to reassess the patient. Okay, you tell the patient that you are already done. Assess if the patient is comfortable. Ma'am, comfortable po ba kayo? May naramdaman po ba kayo? Wala po. After that, you can now document and record all the things that you have found. Kapag may na-assess ka, for example, that there are already hygiene issues sa pasyente mo, document all of those and then report to the physician. You understand? So that is how you perform your bed bath with low bath. Clear po? Questions so far? Questions? Questions po? Wala. Okay. Dito tayo. Tingnan ang chair. Para nakita ko naman classmates nyo. Tingnan chair. Okay. Okay, sige. So, that is what we're going to do for tomorrow. Okay, and